A lot of people seem to be put off when they are learning to read a new foreign language, especially when it seems to be written in a load of squiggly lines. They think it's too difficult to learn the new symbols, and even if they do try, it will take them weeks, months, or even well over a year to learn. The word then gets around that it's such a nightmare, and as a result, people will just be put off from learning how to read them altogether. So, why is this? It's simply down to using the wrong approach. For years, schools and language courses have been teaching their students to keep reading and writing the new characters over and over again, so that eventually they will just stick. This is known as the rote method. If you do keep drilling the same characters continually over the next few weeks, yes, you will probably learn to read the characters eventually. But the problem is, this process is incredibly long-winded and inefficient, not to mention how tedious and downright boring it would become. Thankfully, there is a better way. What if I could tell you that it is possible to learn a new script within a matter of hours? And what if it was actually fun and engaging all at the same time? Yes, this is entirely possible, and it provides a much better solution to the old ways of the past. So, what is this new method? Simply put, it's creating an association between the written character that you can see and the sound it creates. The use of pictures and stories creates a memory peg that will linger in your mind for weeks to come without forgetting them. The sillier and more bizarre the story, the easier it will be to remember. So take a look at this example from the Japanese script. If you haven't learned Japanese before, you won't have a clue what this means, but let's break it down. So this first symbol makes an ah sound. How would you be able to remember this sound in such a short space of time? Try and visualize it as an axe. The top is the blade and the line towards the bottom is the handle. Try and picture someone swinging an axe. Focus on the ah sound. This next character makes a meh sound. Try and picture a medieval sword. The top half is the handle, the middle line is the hand guard, and the bottom half is the blade. Again, concentrate on the meh sound in the word medieval. This makes a re sound. This can be half of someone's rib cage. Think that the short left hand line is the centre bone near the heart, and the longer right hand line is the outer part of the rib cage. Focus on the re sound in the words of rib cage. This final character makes a ka sound. Think of this as a karate stance. Try and visualize the legs of a karate fighter prepared to attack. Again, focus on the ka sound in karate. So let's try and put all these characters together. Try and sound each one out, one after another. Think back to each visualization and see what the word is. So do you have any ideas? It's America. America. Congratulations, you've just learned to read your first foreign word. Wasn't that difficult now, was it? As you can see, by using pictures as associations, it's possible to learn pretty much any foreign script within a few hours. Just take each new character one at a time and have a think about what it could represent. Personally, I've used this method many times to learn new scripts. I remember back when I used to take Japanese classes, many of my classmates struggled so hard to even read the most basic of words, and this was after months of study. I also remember one night I couldn't sleep, so I decided to teach myself how to read Korean, and after 2 hours I could read pretty much the majority of the written language. And I remember how I taught myself to read some basic Thai before travelling to Thailand, and then subsequently getting lost, only finding my way back by actually being able to read the signs around me. By using these memory pegs, the brain is able to bridge the gap between the character and its sound. After a few hours of study, you should have a pretty decent grasp on the majority of the characters. Practice reading some basic words, see if you can figure out what they sound like. A good tip is to try and read some loan words in the new script. Many languages these days import words from other languages, particularly English. Try words like brand names, country names, and celebrity names. Once you're able to read your first word, you'll feel a wave of confidence come over you, and you'll be motivated to start reading full sentences in your new language's script.